everyone. Today we're going to go over some notes that we've been practicing and review a little bit, and I'm hoping that as we go over each of these exercises, it gets a little easier every time. So let's review. So all of these fun little notes right here, all of these are the same note. Do you remember the name of that note? I'm hoping we know it now. This one's our quarter note, and that is worth how many beats? Do you remember? If you said 1, great job. All right, now let's review the next one. So we have one that looks similar to the quarter note, but it's not quite the same. It's not filled in on the inside like our quarter notes are, right? So all of these are a little different, right? So those are all, what are they called? Do you remember? If you said half note, great job. Now, do you remember how many beats a half note gets? If you said 2, great job. Now, I'm gonna review a note that we learned last week because we will still be seeing it as we go into music more and more. And I think it's important to review what we learned so that we remember everything that we have before. Now, again, it's not in this exercise, but we saw it in our last exercise. Now, it looks like a half note, but it's got a dot. So like I said last time, it is a dotted half note. And we call it a dotted half note because it is a half note, but it just has a dot at the end. So dotted half note, right? Do you remember what that dotted half note is worth? Like how many beats it gets? So if you said 3, great job, because the dot actually adds a little bit of more rhythmic value to it. So typically it's worth 2 beats because it's just a half note, but that dot adds 1 and it adds half of the value of its original beat. So like I said before, it was worth 2, but the dot is worth 1. So if you add 2 plus 1, that makes it 3. Now, we have one note at the end. We reviewed it last week, even though it wasn't in our exercise last week, but I told us we'd see it again, and it's back. So this one is our circle. Do you remember what that one's called? That circle note? If you said whole note, great job. Do you remember how many beats a whole note gets? So how long we would clap that for? 4 beats. If you said 4, great job, right? So quick review, quarter notes. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have our half notes that we clap like a half circle, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now, the dotted dotted half note is a little different. We hold that for 3, so we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Notice I only clapped on the beat 1 because we're 3 whole beats. So when we sing it, we would hold it for 3 beats as opposed to clapping. All right, now the very last one, we have 4 beats, our whole note. So when we clap that, I like to clap it with our hands like a circle. So we would go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of feels silly with my hands up in there, sorry. But I wanted to kind of give you an idea what it looks like. So let's try it. So clap it in a full circle. So ready, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Full circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, what I want to try to do is have us practice each section one at a time and then put it all together. So we're going to start with this one. So we have all quarter notes in this one, so it should be nice and easy. So here we go. Ready? So 1, 2, clap with me. Ready? And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and easy, right? Hopefully. Now, let's try to see if we could do this one. So we have a half note in there, right? So we want to make sure that we only clap once, but it's worth 2 beats. So ready? Let's try it. So 1, 2, ready, clap. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. So what we're going to do is try to go back from here to here, okay? So we have lots of quarter notes and 1 half note at the very end. So 1, 2, ready, and clap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, half note, 3, 4. Hopefully we remembered that it's worth 2 beats. All right, now let's try doing the next one. So we have all quarter notes again, nice and easy, woohoo. So let's try, ready? So let's do it together. 1, 2, ready, and go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that wasn't confusing. Now let's try this next one. We have 2 half notes. So let's try it, ready? So 1, 2, ready, and clap. So half note, or you do 1, 2, 3, 4. I said half note, but it's the same thing. All right, now let's put these 2 together. See how we do, ready? So 1, 2, ready, and clap. And 1, 2, 3, 4, half note, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now let's try to see if we can go all the way to the beginning and all the way to here. Okay, so all together, ready? So 1, 2, ready, and clap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, half note, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, half note, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we did all right. Now let's see if we can keep going, right? So we have all quarter notes again, nice and easy. Ready? Let's try it together. 1, 2, ready, and go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Now let's add this one. Ready? We have a half note, so let's try it. So 1, 2, ready, and clap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try to put these 2 together. So we're gonna go from here all the way to here, okay? Clapping with me. So 1, 2, ready, and go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, half note, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that wasn't too hard. We're almost done. Ready? So we have another half note, and then we have 2 quarter notes. Let's try that one. Ready? So 1, 2, ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Now the very last one we talked about, right, is 4 beats. I like to clap that like a full circle. So let's try just that one by itself. So 1, 2, ready, and go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice how I only clapped 1 time. Again, it's worth 4 beats. Normally when we would sing it, we would hold that for 4 beats, but right now we're just clapping. So let's try to put these 2 together, and then we're gonna go from here to the end, and then we're gonna try the whole thing, okay? So from here first. So 1, 2, ready, and clap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, great. I hope we did all right and it isn't too confusing, and I hope I'm not going too fast. So let's try to do it from here all the way to the end. Now let's try it. Ready? So 1, 2, ready, and clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, half note, 1, 2, 3, 4, half note, 1, 2, 3, 4, and whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we're going to try to go from all the way in the beginning to all the way at the end, okay? So let's try to do it together. I'll go a little slower, and hopefully it won't be too quick for you. So let's try it together. Ready? So 1, 2, ready, and go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, half note, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, half note, 1, 2, another 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, half note, 1, 2, 3, 4, half note, 1, 2, 3, 4, and whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you do? Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, and I'm hoping that it's getting easier and easier every time. So, thank you for participating with me, and I will see you next time.